Hey guys, welcome to the first of my Thief Dagger training videos. In this video we will extensively cover the Cloak and Dagger skill and discuss some tricks that can help you land them more often. So first off, it's very important that you're able to time your Cloak and Daggers very precisely. Aside from actual combat experience, the best way to practice timing is to chain them on stationary and moving targets. The goal is to never leave stealth. Here's an example. Start with the Cloak and Dagger to gain stealth, and then as your stealth begins to run out, cast Cloak and Dagger again. When done correctly, the Cloak and Dagger hits during the very brief moment that you are unstealthed. Repeating this exercise correctly will allow you to time your Cloak and Daggers more precisely and become a more effective weapon on the battlefield. Next up, let's talk about gap closing. Gap closing is the idea of starting a skill at one point out of range of your target, and then at the very end of the cast, shadow stepping to your target in order to land the skill. This concept can be applied to any skill, including Heartseeker, but for now let's use this concept to help us land Cloak and Daggers. In order to perform this combo, first cast Cloak and Dagger, and then at the end of our cast, we will shadow step to our target in order to land the skill. A couple things to watch out for when casting Cloak and Dagger are blinds and blocks that will cause you to miss your Cloak and Dagger and fail miserably as you die. In order to avoid this, if your target is in range, you may simply auto-attack to clear Aegis or clear blind. However, if the target is blocking with a skill, you may want to wait it out depending on the consequences for breaking that block. In order to clear a blind or break a block at range, simply throw a dagger if you can spare the initiative. It's also important to note that you can use Mug in order to clear a blind or break a block, however this is extremely ineffective and I would advise against it. Alright, next up we're going to talk about cancelling. Basically, if you realize after casting Cloak and Dagger that your enemy is blocking or you're blinded, you can stow your weapons in order to cancel the Cloak and Dagger and it will not cost any initiative. In order to counter my Cloak and Dagger, the Mesmer uses an offhand sword block. However, I cancel my Cloak and Dagger, forcing him to waste the skill. We can apply this concept of canceling a Cloak and Dagger into tactically making our enemies waste either a dodge or an important skill, thus giving us an advantage in a fight. Note how in this clip, I cast Cloak and Dagger but then cancel it, forcing my opponent to waste a dodge, and then allowing me to land an easy Cloak and Dagger. And now we move into some more advanced tricks, such as a feint. A feint is essentially moving in one direction to get your enemy to go in the same direction. However, casting Cloak and Dagger and then quickly reversing your direction, causing your enemy to run into your Cloak and Dagger, making it very hard to dodge. A good example of a feint can be found in my second outnumbered video. Let's take a look. In this video, I bait the warrior into moving the same direction as me and then quickly perform a feint by reversing my direction after I've cast my Cloak and Dagger. Another trick that can help you mask your Cloak and Dagger is called a direction changing Cloak and Dagger. Basically, you start moving in one direction, cast your Cloak and Dagger, and in the middle of the cast for your Cloak and Dagger, you change directions towards your target and are able to get the Cloak and Dagger off successfully. This is one of the more difficult maneuvers, so let's take a look at that again in slow motion. This concept can be used in conjunction with Shadow Step. Basically, after breaking out of a stun with Shadow Step, Shadow Return becomes available to us. We then Shadow Return, quickly cast Cloak and Dagger, change directions, and gap close to our target in order to land an easy Cloak and Dagger. I apologize for my mic problems, it tends to cut in and out. I'm trying to do my best to work with it, but thanks for watching guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe for more.